Hare Krishna. At death, we don't have to leave home. We can instead go home. Many times people feel horrified by the prospect of death. And one of the reasons among many is that we feel that we are going to lose everything. We go, everything that is dear to us, our family, our possessions, our home, it's all ripped away from us and we are taken somewhere far away. And that's why it's a very traumatic experience. Sometimes when, say, a family member goes away from the home for the first time, say some child grows up and goes to a hostel for education, and the child is often tear-filled. So like that, we all feel great sorrow when our loved one, when we are going away from our loved one. So imagine if we are going away forever with no prospect of seeing someone at all, then that could be very traumatizing. And that's why many people dread death. But we don't have to leave home. Actually, we can go home. How is that? When we change our conception of home. As long as we identify with our body, we think that the place that gives us shelter for the body is our home. But when we understand ourselves to be souls, and we understand that we are eternal parts of Krishna, and the lotus feet of Krishna, love for Krishna, the abode where we can eternally have the shelter of Krishna and love for Krishna, that abode is the topmost abode. That abode is the eternally perfect abode. That abode is the spiritual world, the kingdom of Krishna. And that is where we attain if we can make Krishna and Krishna's love and Krishna's abode as our home. Now how do we do that? By learning to love Him. Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita in 8.15, Mam upetya punarjanma dukkhalima shashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanah samsiddhim paramam gataha. He states that Mam upetya punarjanma, Mam upetya, those who become devoted to me, dukkhalima shashvatam, this world is a place of misery, it is temporary. So actually it is not our home. To consider it to be our home is a mistake. And therefore, if we don't mistake it to be our home, if we understand that our home is beyond this world, it is in the eternal spiritual world, then we can attain that. Na apnuvanti mahatmanah. The Mahatmana, Krishna calls us devotees as great souls. Na apnuvanti. They do not come back to this miserable material world. Samsiddhim paramam gataha. Samsiddhim. They become perfected, and paramam gataha. They attain the eternal destination. They attain Krishna's eternal abode. So, the important point for us is to not treat death with a feeling of dread, but to recognize it for the reality that it is. It is going to be a transition, and the destination after transition depends on the direction of our affection. So if we have developed affection for the eternal, if we have developed attraction for Krishna, if we redirected our love from the world to Krishna, then we can attain Him. And thus, the Acharyas give the example that just as a girl who is going to an unknown person's house, then at marriage, she may be fearful, oh, I am going away from home. But when she recognizes that I am going to my beloved's house, if marriage has been preceded by a long period of affectionate courting, and she has developed love for her fiancé, to her to-be husband, then she will look forward to going to her husband's house with anticipation, with excitement. That she knows will be my home, and she'll eagerly go forward towards it. experience. Similarly, if we develop attraction for Krishna by the systematic practice of bhakti in this life, that is like our period of courting with Krishna. And by such courting, we will attain, we will at the time of death, rather than being ripped away from our home, ripped away from our loved ones, we will be eternally united with our Supreme Beloved, Krishna. And thus we will attain home. Thank you. Hare Krishna.